One of the biggest complaints that I hear from outdoor living contractors is that, hey, I'm really good at what I do, but nobody's finding me. Nobody's finding me on Google. Nobody's finding my website. And so what I wanted to do in this video is break down exactly how you can get found on Google without paying a ton of money on SEO. Now, should I give this away because that's what we do SEO? Yes, I guess so. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. You're gonna learn how, and you're gonna be able to get found on Google organically. And the coolest part is that right now with AI and LLMs, like ChatGPT is scraping Google to recommend contractors right now. So if you're showing up on Google, you're also going to start showing up on these AI tools, okay? So let's break it down, let's get right into it. Now, the first thing you need to understand is, what does SEO mean? Because if you're gonna try to optimize or not pay for SEO, that would mean you're doing it yourself, essentially. And SEO means search engine optimization. Okay, so let's just write it down. SEO, search optimization. There we go. Anyway, you are optimizing for a search engine. Google is a search engine. Bing is a search engine. Yahoo is a search engine. Those are search engines. And what happens with a search engine is you type in your question and it goes out and it scrapes all of the entries, everything on the web, to find something that might answer your question and bring it back to you. Now, the transition of this is at first it would show up on pages, and then Google started doing their their card. They would try to answer it directly in a card, and now they have Gemini answering it directly, right? And you could turn that on or off and go full AI search mode, or you can leave it on normal. I think AI search mode is gonna take over. That's where people are using GPT and everything like that. But right now, when you do SEO, when you pay for SEO, you're paying somebody to optimize your website for search engines. And there's a few things that go into this. Expertise, authority, and something with a T, how fast your website loads, how much backlinks you have, which goes towards authority. There's so many pieces that go into it, okay? And look, I don't expect you to know all this. You shouldn't know all this. I'm just gonna give you a super tactical way to get your shit found on Google and now on AI without really knowing all of these things. But you need to understand the background. You need to understand what people are doing when you pay them for SEO so that you can start to do it, okay? So optimizing for the search engine. How do we do that? All right, your search engine, your customers are looking for an answer. They're looking for a solution. And the search engine's goal is to find that solution. And what we as humans do is, unfortunately, we try to make things as complicated as possible. Why? I have no idea, but we do. So when you're creating your content to get found on Google, you're gonna create pages and you're gonna create blog posts. You're gonna create those two things because that's how the search engine's going to find you. So we got two things. We've got pages and we've got posts. So your pages are going to describe things like your services, what you do, how much they cost, etc., etc., your service areas, about the business, pricing, financing, etc. These are pages. These are just standalone solid pages. They should be over 3,000 words. And they should break down similar questions. They should answer the question directly, and then they should break down similar questions that they might have. What that might look like, for example, is if you do a page about pavers, you're gonna have an overview section talking about what pavers are, how they fit in your local area. Here's why people pick pavers in Arizona. And then you're gonna break it all down, answering pavers for driveway, best pavers, paver pricing. So that ultimately you have a 3,000 to 6,000 word page that just talks about pavers in your local area. Because what's going to happen, and look, that is just one service page. You need to fill this shit out. You need to create all of these pages, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Now, when you have this, if somebody searches for pavers in Phoenix, and you mention pavers in Phoenix a bunch of times in this article, this is optimized for the search engine. So this search query goes in, Google finds information about pavers in Phoenix from here, and it presents it back to the customer. That's how you get found on Google. Does that make sense? All right, good. So tactical step number 1, make a big fat list of all the services you offer, all the service areas you go to, about the business, about the different pricing models that you have, about how you can finance with you, and make those big long articles. Now you're wondering, should I use AI? Yes and no. So my hot take is AI is amazing. I use it all the time. It writes all of my blog posts on Aqua Leads. But we're creating those blog posts from videos of me. These are raw videos where I talk about things because I'm the expert, and AI takes my words, my cadence, it takes how I do things, how I say things, and it turns that into a blog post. So it's actually valuable. I want you to think about something for a second. I'm getting off topic, but this is really important to address right now. If AI is learning from human entries, they're learning from blog posts, they're learning from research studies, they're learning from things that humans created. That's how it's getting its knowledge, okay? And if all we did was create AI-generated articles, then AI would be learning from AI, and it would just really be a circle because, sometimes it comes up with shit that's not true. And if it's doing that, and then it's pulling from that to learn from it, then it's just not gonna work right. And so the future of this is they still need experts. They still need experts to have opinions and share thoughts and be a thought leader, because that's where it's gonna pull from. That's the information it's gonna pull from. So if all of your content is completely AI generated, it's not gonna do very well because there's already filters in place to filter that stuff out. So my suggestion is for every service, create a video that talks about those different things and then turn that video into a blog post using your authentic voice, okay? That's my hot take. You can't just be lazy and skip this. Like, people have been building businesses off of this for years, and they've put in work and time and energy and actual thought that you can't just skip ahead. Like, you will not skip right now. You can use it as a tool. You can take that video and create a banger blog post very fast, but you can't skip ahead, okay? So anyway, pages, and then we have posts. I just had to add that little side note there because I think it's very important. Now, your posts, what we're doing with our clients is we're turning these into like a learning hub. Now, this is from Marcus Sheridan's Endless Customers. It's a really good idea because customers just want to be educated. And your posts are going to talk about, he has 5 things. If I can remember all of them, I'll be very impressed. But it's best in class, this versus that, versus pricing, I don't know, there's two more. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, these are the kind of posts that you want to create. And I learned this the hard way. When I started creating a blog post and a YouTube channel, I made videos about me. Douglas Laird BMX, Douglas Laird this, Douglas Laird that. I put them out there and nobody watched them. And I was like, man, that kind of sucks. And so I was super disappointed. And I came back a year later. I looked at my website stats, and I had a few hundred views on one article, which was a review that I really just did randomly. I didn't have any intention on it. Did this review on a bike. People were searching for it. People found it. People knew the bike exists, so they could look things up about it. People didn't know that I existed. And so that flipped my whole perspective. I started creating a bunch of review content talking about best BMX bike under $500, under $1,000, this bike versus that bike, how much do these things cost, all of those things. And it blew up. Like, I got tens of millions of views, tens of thousands of subscribers, and I ended up making a lot of money from that. This is the same for you. For whatever you do, whatever your business is, people are always going to be wondering, what's the best one I can buy? What's the best? What is the difference in this versus that? What does the pricing mean? They want to learn all of these things. So in your learning hub, you're gonna break down services and items as an expert. You're gonna talk as an expert, and you've gotta be bold. You've gotta be bold and have opinions to say, hey, look, this sucks and here's why. Customers really appreciate that transparency. So the flow that I would recommend, one, you need to create all of those pages. That's number one. And those pages need to be on your website, and they need to be built out. They need to be fully meaty articles. One of the clients I started working with, he had a lot of these things. He had a paragraph about each on the page, and he was wondering, why am I not getting found on Google? There's not enough information there for Google to find you. Your site is not search engine optimized, and that's the whole purpose of SEO. Now, there's a way that you can do this without a ton of money and a ton of work, and it's kind of what I do here. So I'll give you my whole secret system, essentially, and this is something you can do, and this is what we do for our clients when you're on the higher tier. But essentially, you need to have a setup. So I've got a top-down camera, I've got a mic, I've got a light, I've got a screen, I've got a camera, I've got a computer, and I have a list, okay? And I have a list of all the videos I want to film. And guess what I do every morning? Just turned 8 o'clock. I film. I film one video from my list. It takes me about 15 minutes sometimes, but it's all set up. It's super easy to do. That goes into a drive. Okay. And my content manager lives here, and he checks this drive every morning for stuff for him to work on. He then edits the video, puts it on YouTube, gets clips from it, creates a thumbnail, creates a blog post, and creates a podcast episode. And then the clips go to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I don't know if you can see any of these. And this is the flow every morning. Right now, we're doing about 11 pieces of content a day on all the different platforms. That's gonna be, 3,600 and something at the end of the year. It's gonna be a ton of content. But this is like a super simple thing, because every video that I film ends up as a blog post. We turn it into a blog post with the transcript. Every video that I film gets me a handful of clips, because we clip it out. We clip out sections that I think are valuable and important. Every video that I film ends up as a long form YouTube video with a split test thumbnail. We create 2 different thumbnails. It ends up as a podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, all of those things. And so setting this up really isn't that hard. You just need to have the 15 minutes a day to film the video, and then have somebody crank out the content. If you hire somebody to do just SEO, they're just gonna create blog posts. Right now, I would say most of them are using AI, which my opinion is gonna get way more penalized in the future. And it's not real, it's not authentic. Like, my goal with AquaLeads is to help you become the expert in your area. You're the expert at what you do. And if you're the expert, if you're seen as the expert, more people know you, more people like you, more people trust you, which means they pay your prices, they don't tire kick, they don't ask for discounts, and they want to work with you. So they're quicker to sign things, they're quicker to get moving, and they're quicker to pay you, which should be everybody's goal, right? So stop discounting your work. I put together, there's a longer video on this that really just talks about how you can get more outdoor living leads online. Getting people to find you on SEO, just off of SEO, and then filling out your form or reaching out is really important. But there's a whole strategy. There's a whole big marketing strategy that can get you way more leads. And I think that's what most people need. So check that video out next. There's also a free training video that I put together for outdoor living contractors just like yourself. It's gonna teach you how to market your business and do more stuff online. So check that out. We'll see you guys in the next video.